There are a number of companies that are interested in these fields, and there have been auctions in the past. So I don't think that there will be any new players. We've seen at the last auctions in December of last year that ConocoPhillips, ExxonMobil, BHP Billiton, and a number of the large players have expressed their interest and have won the rights to explore the fields in the Gulf. I don't see that there will be any new players or new entrants. In fact, compared to 2011 and last year's auction, we saw a decrease in the number of companies who expressed their interest. It's difficult to predict any type of price. The companies will have conducted the surveys and will have researched what they're willing to pay for the fields and what they see their potential is. Some of the larger companies have paid upwards of $50 million to gain the rights for 62 or 63 fields, which again is down from 2011 figures. But it really depends on the individual leases, and there's a wide range of prices that have been paid for the individual leases. It's very hard to put any specific dollar figure on this coming auction. We're seeing a large increase in the demand for hydrocarbons, and especially natural gas is seeing a large increase at the moment. But on the other side, we're also seeing a great increase in production. Countries such as Australia, the US, Canada are exploring new means of getting natural gas, and this increase in production is keeping pace with the increase in demand. So I don't foresee any large fluctuation. The prices are already considerably low at the moment. That I don't see changing either at the moment. The demand will continue to be stable. What we're seeing is the effects now trickling down from the nuclear crisis in Japan, the increase of demand for natural gas as an alternative source rather than as a source for expansion for new energy sources. The natural gas market is also seeing a large increase in transport capacity with new pipelines being built, shipping routes opening up that are increasing the trade on a global scale, which is keeping the prices pretty stable for the moment, despite demand fluctuations. The U.S. has already announced that it will impose some economic sanctions, or it will strain ties with Pakistan with this new agreement. I don't have enough information on the pipeline itself to really comment on the effects that will have, but it certainly will add to the tension that in the region. India is a large importer of oil, and Iran, of course, is one of the larger exporters for the region. If India is able to source their oil from another source, also, as you mentioned earlier, the global slowdown is pressing on the prices and the availability a bit. So India does stand a good chance of being able to source their oil from another country or from other sources. Iran may decide to dump the oil onto the world market at a lower price, or try and make it more appealing to sell. But on the whole, there's quite a good equilibrium at the moment, and a shift in India's policy won't affect the market in the long run too much. We may see some short-term price increases, but on the whole, I believe the market will stabilize. Before President Chavez passed away, a lot of agreements and long-term supply agreements were reached with Venezuela, so I don't see an immediate change taking place. Any new president may try to expand on Venezuela's energy exporting, but for the short term and for the medium term, I don't see that anything will change, because the Venezuelan government has ensured the stability and ensured the continuation of supply for at least the next 30 years. I think it's too early to speculate about foreign investment coming into Venezuela until we've seen the results of the upcoming elections, or at least we see a stable government taking place. The current situation leaves the country it's not an unstable country at the moment, but it leaves it relatively unsecure for the long run, which I can see has an effect on the willingness of foreign investment to come into the country. Once we see a stable government and stable political situation, I feel Venezuela would become attractive for foreign investment again.